My name's Casey. I'm the bartender here at the Black Dog Pub. Well, one of them. Negan's the other. I'm a banshee. Negan, actually, I'm not sure what Negan is. Tall, good-looking guy. Maybe I'll ask him one of these days, but I digress. The subject came up when I was talking to Tim the Cluracan. You might notice him if you stumble into the Black Dog. Short guy, even for a fae, wears a red vest. Like their drink Cluracan, so he's often here. Oh, and a word of advice. Never make a bar bet with a Cluracan. Trust me on this. Anyway, one evening Tim was on his usual stool muttering into his beer. Or maybe he was scrying, you never know. Finally, he puts his chin on the bar and stares into the golden brew. All that is gold does not glitter, he says, and I couldn't help myself. Not all those who wander are lost. You read Tolkien? Not a bad storyteller. For a human, Tim says, though he had elves all wrong. They're about as ethereal and wise as a kick in the arse. What about the Seelie Court? Tim grunted. I was referring to the Seelie Court. The Unseelie Court is worse. Even if they're more fun. Most fae are at least casually associated with one court or the other. As a banshee, I'm usually lumped in with the Unseelie bunch. Not sure why. Foretelling death is a useful service, and it's not as if I actually kill anybody. Now, if you were talking about my Scottish cousins, the Bobbinshee, you'd have a case. Those girls have a taste for blood. Good dancers, though. Tim drained his beer, ordered another. Speaking of Tolkien, I don't envy humans at all, and I very much envy them. At the same time, I said, wiping a glass. Not possible. Tim nodded, looking morose. I know. Probably why it keeps happening. How do you not envy them? They have the lifespans of mayflies, by comparison. Most of them go through that short life in a fog, seldom with any sort of a clue what's really happening around them. And how do you very much envy them? He sighed. They make stuff up. I frowned. Really? That's it? Casey, darlin', when we tell a story, it's something that actually happened, if exaggerated. When they tell a story, they take a kernel of truth and blow it up into an entire myth. Nothing bends reality like a good myth, and they are myth machines, like Yeats and the Lennon She, or that Tolkien fellow. It wouldn't surprise me if one of his high and mighty elves that don't exist shows up here one day. The fact that you and I are having this conversation right now might be due to one of them making stuff up. Scary thought. Tim does get into the foolishness when he's into his cups. Still, next chance I get, I will ask tall, good-looking Negan just what the heck he is. Just in case.